Do you ever wake up, swing your legs over the side of the bed, and just sit there for a minute? Your knees feel stiff. Your feet feel like they belong to someone else. And the idea of exercise feels like the last thing you want to think about before breakfast. Maybe you look at the clock and think, I'll deal with moving my body later. Maybe later never quite comes. I hear you. And I want to tell you something important right at the start of this video. You do not need to get down on the floor. You do not need fancy equipment. You do not need a gym membership. You do not even need to leave your chair. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 3 simple chair exercises. They take about 10 minutes total. You can do them in your pajamas. You can do them before you've even had your coffee. And they can help you feel steadier, stronger, and more comfortable moving through your day. No jumping, no floor work, no complicated equipment. Just you, a sturdy chair, and about 10 quiet minutes. Let's get started. Before we get into the exercises, let's talk for a moment about why this actually matters. Not in a scary way, just in a real, practical way. As we get older, our muscles naturally lose some strength if we don't use them regularly. This is sometimes called muscle loss with aging, and it's a normal part of getting older. It happens gradually, often without us even noticing at first. One day you realize the stairs feel a little harder than they used to, or getting up from a low chair takes a bit more effort. The good news is that this is not something we just have to accept without doing anything about it. Organizations like the National Institute on Aging and the CDC both point out that regular movement helps maintain muscle strength, balance, and flexibility as we age. Even gentle movement counts. You don't need to lift heavy weights or run marathons to see real benefits. Here's what that means for your everyday life. Stronger legs make it easier to stand up from a chair without pushing off with your arms. Better balance means fewer wobbly moments when you're reaching for something on a shelf. Improved circulation can help with that heavy, achy feeling some people notice in their legs and feet, especially after sitting for a while. And there's another piece of this that doesn't get talked about enough: confidence. When your legs feel strong and your balance feels steady, you move through your day differently. You're not afraid of the stairs. You're not nervous about walking on uneven sidewalks. You're not hesitating before you stand up in a crowded room. You just move the way you used to or close to it. That feeling of ease is worth more than most people realize until they've lost it, and worth even more once they start getting it back. Now, I want to be really clear about something. This video is not about becoming an athlete. It's not about pushing yourself until you're sore or out of breath. It's not a competition with anyone else, and it's definitely not a competition with your younger self. The goal here is gentle, steady, consistent movement. Health organizations like the CDC recommend that older adults get some form of regular physical activity most days of the week, along with activities that help with balance and strength. Chair exercises are a wonderful way to meet that goal, especially if you have limited mobility, joint pain, arthritis, recent surgery, or you're just returning to movement after some time away from it. Even if you've never exercised a day in your life, this routine is designed to meet you exactly where you are. Why a chair, specifically? Because a sturdy chair gives you support. It gives you something to hold on to. It takes the fear out of the equation. Many people avoid exercise altogether because they're afraid of falling or afraid of hurting themselves. That fear is completely understandable, and it's one of the biggest reasons people give up on movement entirely. A chair solves that problem. You can do every single movement in this video while feeling supported and safe. There's no balancing on one foot in the middle of the room. There's no getting down onto the floor and wondering how you're going to get back up. And here's something else worth mentioning. Doing these exercises in the morning, specifically, can help wake up your muscles and joints after hours of being still overnight. A lot of people notice they feel stiffer first thing in the morning. That's completely normal. Your joints have been resting in one position for hours, and your circulation slows down while you sleep. Gentle movement first thing can help ease that stiffness and get your blood flowing. Before you start your day, think of it like warming up a car engine on a cold morning. Your body benefits from that same gentle warm-up. So, To sum up why this matters: stronger legs, better balance, improved circulation, more confidence, and an easier start to your day. All from 10 minutes, all from your chair. And the best part is, you don't need to feel ready. You don't need to wait until you're stronger or more flexible to begin. You simply begin, and the strength and flexibility follow. Let's get into the exercises. Before we begin, let's talk about setup, because this matters more than people realize. A few small choices here can make the difference between a safe, effective routine and an unnecessary risk. First, choose the right chair. You want something sturdy with no wheels and no armrests that wobble. A solid dining chair or kitchen chair works great. Avoid soft couches or chairs that swivel. If you're not sure whether your chair is stable enough, give it a gentle push before you sit down. If it slides or rocks, choose a different one. Second, place your chair against a wall or in a corner if possible. This keeps it from sliding backward while you're exercising. If you don't have a wall nearby, placing the chair on a rug rather than a slick tile floor can also help keep it steady. Third, wear shoes with a good grip or do this on a non-slip floor in bare feet. Avoid slippery socks on a hard floor. This is a small detail, but it's one of the most common causes of an unnecessary slip. Fourth, have a glass of water nearby. Simple, but easy to forget. Staying hydrated helps your muscles work properly, even during gentle movement like this. Fifth, wear comfortable clothing that lets you move your knees and hips freely. You don't need special workout gear, just something that isn't too tight or restrictive. And finally, and this is important, go at your own pace. If something feels painful, not just a little uncomfortable, but actually painful, stop. A little muscle effort is normal. Sharp pain is not. There is no rush here. This routine will still be here tomorrow and the day after that. All right, let's begin with exercise number 1. This is a wonderful exercise for waking up your hip muscles and getting your blood moving. It's simple, it's low impact, and it's a fantastic way to start your morning. Step 1, sit toward the front third of your chair, not slouched all the way back. Keep your back straight but relaxed. Place both feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Step 2, rest your hands lightly on your thighs or hold the sides of the chair seat if you want extra support. Step 3, slowly lift your right knee up as if you're marching in place. Only lift it as high as feels comfortable. There's no prize for lifting it higher than your hip. Step 4, lower your right foot back down to the floor, slow and controlled. Step 5, now lift your left knee the same way. Step 6, lower it back down. That's one full march. Now let's keep going. Continue alternating right, left, like you're walking in place while seated. Try to keep a steady, gentle rhythm. Breathe normally. Don't hold your breath. Aim for about 10 to 15 marches on each leg to start. If that feels easy, you can build up over time. If it feels like too much, just do 5 on each side. There is no wrong number here. The goal is to move safely, not to hit some magic number. Some mornings you might have more energy than others, and that's perfectly fine. Let your body guide how many you do that day. A few tips to make this even better. If you want a bit more challenge, you can add a gentle arm swing. Lifting the opposite arm slightly as you lift each knee like a very slow, seated walking motion. This helps with coordination, which is just as important as strength when it comes to preventing falls. If lifting your knee feels hard on one side, that's okay. It's common to be a little stronger on one side than the other. Just keep going gently, and don't force anything. Over time, you may notice that side catching up as you build consistency. This exercise is fantastic because it works your hip flexors, which are the muscles that help you lift your leg when you're walking, going upstairs, or getting in and out of a car. Strengthening them can make everyday movement noticeably easier. Think about how many times a day you actually use this motion: getting out of bed, stepping into the shower, walking up a curb. Every single one of those moments benefits from stronger hip flexors. Take a breath. Let's move to exercise number 2. This next one focuses on your thigh muscles, specifically the muscles at the front of your thigh. Called your quadriceps, these muscles are hugely important for standing up, walking, and climbing stairs. In fact, weak thigh muscles are one of the most common reasons people struggle to get up from a low chair or a couch. Step 1. Sit back in your chair this time, with your back supported by the chair back. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Step 2. Hold on to the sides of the chair seat for stability. Step 3. Slowly straighten your right leg out in front of you, lifting your foot off the floor. Only straighten it as far as feels comfortable. You don't need a perfectly straight leg. Step 4. Hold that position for a slow count of 2 or 3. Step 5. Slowly lower your right foot back down to the floor. Control the movement on the way down. Don't just let it drop. Step 6. Now do the same thing with your left leg. Straighten it out, hold for a count of 2 or 3, then lower it slowly. That's 1 full repetition. Try for 8 to 10 repetitions on each leg. Again, if that's too many right now, do fewer. If it feels easy and you want more, you can slowly build up over the coming weeks. There is absolutely no need to rush this progress. Here are some helpful details for this one. Keep the movement slow. It's tempting to kick the leg up quickly, but slow and controlled is what builds real strength and protects your knee joint. Think of it as lift, hold, lower, not kick. If you have any knee pain or a recent knee replacement, only straighten your leg as far as is comfortable. Check with your doctor or physical therapist about whether this particular movement is right for you. Everyone's body is different, and what works well for one person may need to be adjusted for another. You can make this easier by not lifting the foot as high or by doing small pulses instead of a full extension. You can make it slightly more challenging once you're ready by adding a 1 or 2 second pause when your leg is fully extended, really feeling the front of your thigh working. This exercise is one of the best ones for building the strength you need to stand up from a chair, a couch, or a toilet seat without needing to push off hard with your arms. Many people notice this specific daily task gets easier once they've been doing leg extensions consistently for a few weeks. It's one of those small victories that can make a big difference in how independent and confident you feel at home. Let's move to our third and final exercise. This last exercise focuses on your ankles, calves, and circulation. It's especially helpful for people who deal with swelling in the feet and ankles, or that stiff, achy feeling after sitting for a while. We're going to do this one in 2 small parts. First, ankle circles. Step 1. Sit comfortably with your back supported. Lift your right foot slightly off the floor, just an inch or 2. Step 2. Slowly rotate your ankle in a circle, as if you're drawing a circle on the floor with your big toe. Step 3. Do about 5 circles in one direction, then 5 circles in the other direction. Step 4. Lower your right foot down and repeat the same thing with your left foot. 5 circles one way, 5 circles the other way. This gentle movement helps loosen up the ankle joint and gets blood flowing to an area that doesn't always get much attention. Many people spend all day in shoes or slippers without ever really moving their ankles through their full range of motion. This simple circle helps restore some of that natural movement. Now, seated calf raises. Step 1. Place both feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Step 2. Hold on to the sides of your chair or rest your hands on your thighs for balance. Step 3. Slowly lift both heels off the floor at the same time, coming up onto the balls of your feet. Keep your toes on the ground. Step 4. Hold for a count of 2. Step 5. Slowly lower your heels back down to the floor. That's 1 repetition. Try for 10 to 15 of these. A few notes on this one. This movement works your calf muscles, which play a big role in balance and in pushing you forward when you walk. Strong calves can genuinely help reduce the risk of stumbling. If lifting both heels at once feels hard on your balance, keep a firm grip on the chair, or try lifting just one heel at a time instead. This is also a wonderful exercise for people who deal with any puffiness or heaviness in their lower legs, since the calf muscle acts almost like a pump that helps move fluid back up through the legs. Some people find it helpful to do a few extra sets of these later in the day, especially after sitting for a long stretch, like after a car ride or a long television session. And that's it. That's your 3 exercises. Seated marching for your hips, leg extensions for your thighs, and ankle circles with calf raises for your ankles and calves. 10 minutes, done from your chair, and you've worked nearly your entire lower body. If you have a little more energy and want to repeat the whole sequence a second time, that's completely fine. But one round through, done consistently every morning, is more than enough to start seeing real benefits. Consistency, done gently, will always beat intensity done occasionally. Now, let's talk about a few common mistakes. I see these often, and avoiding them will make your practice safer and more effective. Mistake number 1. Rushing through the movements. It's tempting to move quickly, especially once you get comfortable with the exercises, but slow and controlled movement is what builds real strength and protects your joints. Fast, jerky movements put unnecessary strain on your muscles and tendons, and they don't actually build strength any faster. If you notice yourself speeding up, that's your cue to slow back down. Mistake number 2, holding your breath. Many people unconsciously hold their breath during effort, especially during the leg extensions. This can raise your blood pressure temporarily and make you feel dizzy or lightheaded. Try to breathe out as you lift and breathe in as you lower. If you forget, that's okay. Just remind yourself to breathe normally throughout. A simple trick is to count out loud as you move, which naturally keeps you breathing. Mistake number 3, using a chair that isn't stable. Please don't use an office chair with wheels, a rocking chair, or a soft armchair that sinks when you sit in it. A wobbly chair can turn a safe exercise into a fall risk. A firm, stable, 4-legged chair is what you want every single time you do this routine. Mistake number 4, pushing through pain. There's a difference between mild muscle effort, which feels like a gentle working sensation, and sharp or shooting pain, which is your body telling you to stop. If any movement causes pain, especially in your knees, hips, or lower back, stop that particular exercise. Consider talking with your doctor or a physical therapist about a modification that works better for your body. Pain is information, not something to push through. Mistake number 5, skipping days and then overdoing it. Consistency matters more than intensity. Doing 10 gentle minutes every single day is far more valuable than doing an intense session once a week. If you miss a day, don't try to make up for it by doing double the next day. Just pick back up where you left off, without judgment and without guilt. Mistake number 6, not warming up at all before standing exercises later in the day. These seated exercises are actually a wonderful gentle warm-up for the rest of your day. But if you plan to do any standing activities afterward, like a walk, make sure you're not jumping straight from sitting all morning to a brisk walk. Ease into it, giving your body a chance to transition. Mistake number 7, comparing yourself to others or to your younger self. This one is more about mindset than physical form, but it matters just as much. Your body today is not the same as it was 20 years ago, and that's completely normal. The goal isn't to move like you did at 30. The goal is to move a little better than you did yesterday. Small, steady improvement is the whole point, and it adds up more than most people expect. Avoiding these common mistakes will help you get the most benefit from these exercises. While keeping yourself safe, let's do a quick recap of everything we covered today. We talked about why gentle movement matters as we get older. It helps maintain muscle strength, balance, circulation, and confidence in your everyday movements. We covered 3 simple chair exercises you can do every morning. Number 1, seated marching, to wake up your hips and get your blood flowing. Number 2, seated leg extensions to strengthen your thighs and make standing up easier. Number 3, ankle circles and seated calf raises to support your ankles, calves and circulation. And we went over some common mistakes to avoid: rushing, holding your breath, using an unstable chair, pushing through pain, overdoing it after missing a day, skipping the warm-up before standing activities, and being too hard on yourself when comparing to the past. Here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, before you even check your phone or turn on the news, sit down in a sturdy chair and try this routine. Just 10 minutes. See how your legs feel afterward. See how you feel walking to the kitchen for your morning coffee. Notice whether standing up feels just a little bit easier. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who could use these kinds of gentle, practical exercises. And if you'd like more videos like this one, covering safe, simple movement for every stage of life, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know how the exercises felt, or if there's a particular topic you'd like me to cover next, maybe seated arm and shoulder exercises or gentle stretches for your back. Your comments genuinely shape what I make next, so don't be shy about sharing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Take care of yourself, be gentle with your body, and I'll see you in the next video. Before starting this or any new exercise routine, please talk with your doctor, especially if you have a health condition, recent surgery, joint replacement, balance concerns, or any pain that concerns you. This video is for general information and educational purposes only, and it is not a substitute for personalized medical advice from your own healthcare provider.